Hello. Today I am going to talk about Reiki. Some of you know me as a chocolate shaman, as a healer, as a Reiki teacher, Reiki master. I'm all of them. But today I really want to talk about what Reiki is, because it's one of those things that people hear about and they're not so sure what it is. I know that was my case when I lived in Chile. That's where I received Reiki the first time, and the whole Reiki world opened up to me. In Chile, so many people know about Reiki. It's very, very common. And so I had been an exchange student there in high school. And so my Chilean mama said to me, I wasn't feeling well. I had lower back pain, digestive problems, really low energy. And so she suggested I get some Reiki. And I had gone to the doctors, nothing came from that. And so got some Reiki, and whoa, it was life-changing for me. I had about 10 sessions because I was right on the edge of leaving for Sydney, Australia, where I was doing my master's. And so I said to this woman, oh my God, this stuff is amazing. I don't really know what you're doing, but I love it. And I know the way I love how I feel afterwards, much more relaxed. I just felt like all this energy would just leave me. My back would get better, my stomach. And so she taught me a little bit of Reiki. And I always say it was like my saving grace as I was doing my master's in Sydney. I was so tired. I was gluten intolerant, and I didn't know that yet. And so Reiki every day was sort of what kept me going to be able to get through this master's. And then halfway through the master's program, I was finally diagnosed with gluten intolerance, stopped eating gluten, and things started getting better. And then, of course, continued doing Reiki on myself. And then when I landed a job out in the outback, smack in the middle of Australia, Alice Springs, teeny weeny little place, and but very powerful place, right? It's for the Aboriginals. There's lots of Aboriginals that come in there that have used that land. It's been theirs for thousands of years. A lot of ceremonies. All their spirituality is not based only there, but one of the strong points. So I started learning Reiki there, properly learning, going to Reiki 1, and I thought, oh, I'll just do the first level, but I kept going. My whole spiritual path started opening up for me, and it just got better and better and better, and stronger and stronger and stronger. And then I ended up being guided to come back to the United States after being abroad for 17 years to Boulder, where I'm from the East Coast, didn't know anything about Boulder, and here I am now as a healer. And so 2020 vision in hindsight, it all makes sense. So I now teach Reiki, and I of course give Reiki in my healing practice. And I just see the benefits of it every single day. I do it. I go to bed doing Reiki on myself. It's just a wonderful, gentle, loving, healing modality that's in the palms of your hands, and which gives you gives you responsibility for your own healing, taking it into your own hands, literally. It helps you open up to your spiritual path, as it did for me. So sometimes we don't know what our life purpose is. So it can help with that clarity on the life purpose, open up that spiritual path in a bigger way for you. It is a modality that animals love. So you learn, especially in Spirit Reiki 1, we learn how to give Reiki to plants and animals and children and elders. Elders love it. They just don't get touched enough, many of them. Kids, great way to get them to go to sleep if they're not feeling well. It's wonderful for that. These are all things that you learn in Spirit Reiki 1. And I actually call it Spirit Reiki 1. I changed it a couple years, right, from Reiki 1 to Spirit Reiki 1, because I just noticed over the years of teaching it, people's intuitive gifts really begin to open up, their clairvoyance, their clairaudience, their clairsentience. really begin to open up in Reiki. So that's why I call it Spirit Reiki, because we really focus on, I hold that space and keep it open all weekend for our intuitive gifts to manifest in the special way that they do, because we're all different. My clairsentience, which is the feeling and the knowingness, really activated initially with Spirit Reiki, and then the rest opened up as well. So if you are interested in this, learning this modality, I'm going to be teaching Spirit Reiki 1 on September 22nd and 23rd. It's a weekend workshop, 9 to 4, and it's kind of like being in a healing all weekend as well, because we set intentions and then they get Reiki'd, as well as you get Reiki'd all weekend. So just put the word Reiki in the feed below, or send me a private message, and I'd be happy to share all the information with you. Have a gorgeous rest of your day.